Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Lia, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is another crochet hair review video. In today's crochet hair, as you also saw from the title, is that Dalva Ultima Collagen Protein hair in the style Ripple Wave. I have it in the color 1B, and this is the 18-inch version of that hair. Now, if you're not familiar with my crochet hair review videos, welcome. Thank you for watching. But this is not an install video, DIY, or tutorial, nor did it say that in the title. It said a review video. And what a review video is for my channel is I come on here first with my first day thoughts of a crochet hair, literally right after install, showing you how it looks, telling you overall how long it took, what the install was like, overall the length of the hair, how I feel about that hair truly on the first day, and just that overall first day impression. Then I come on 1 week later talking about my nighttime routine with the hair over the course of that week, and overall whether I feel like it's going uphill or downhill in the matter of that week. Then I come on here with my final day thoughts of the crochet hair, whether it's been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of wearing that hair. I come on the final day of me wearing said hair to show you overall what it looks like, telling you overall, is it water friendly, is it activewear friendly, and overall do I recommend you run out and go purchase said hair. Now there are timestamps down below for those who are impatient and want to skip around to certain parts of the video, but if you want to watch the continuous flow of this review, keep watching to see my first day thoughts on this Dalva Ultima Collagen Protein crochet hair in the style Ripple Wave.
A few moments later.
So now coming on here for my day one thoughts on this Dalva Ultima Collagen Protein crochet hair in the style Ripple Wave. That is a mouthful. Now, for my rationale for trying this hair, if you guys know, my last hair that I had in was a human hair crochet install. A very expensive, hundreds of dollar crochet hair install done by a professional who did a wonderful job. But of course, for a lot of people, even for myself probably, getting something like that done even once, twice, a couple of times is a very costly measure. And I'm all about cost effectiveness on my channel. I had a whole nother crochet hair that I wanted to try this month because November is my birthday month. I had a whole other hair that I wanted to try, but coming off the heels of that video, it just felt like I needed to showcase something that was not really a dupe, but more an affordable option for a similar feel. Now, there are not a lot of like human hair crochet hair on the market. Let's be honest. It is not an oversaturated market with human hair options. It is majority of the time, 98% of the time, a synthetic hair option. But the Dalva hair, on the package of the hair, they have a very heavy claim. It's a style. I don't know if you can see, but it's a style just like human hair. Now, I, in the past, have reviewed a similar hair. I reviewed the deep twist version of that hair about 3 years ago. It's literally on the cusp of the pandemic, even at the tail end of the hair wearing style of it. I was snotty nosed. I have a takedown video of me taking down the hair. I was snotty nosed. I was feeling terrible. And somebody recently commented and was like, right around this time, COVID was just like step its head in. I think I took that hair down in January of 2020. And I mean, having it in December of 2019 when COVID-19 first erupted, I was like, maybe you're right. So it has been quite some time since I had that hair in, but I remember off the tails of wearing that hair, I couldn't be denied. How I felt about Ebony line was neither here nor there. The hair, there was nothing like it. And that's my thing. If there's nothing like it, I highly encourage other companies to make other dupes of this hair because it can't be super expensive because the hair itself is $15.99 a pack. Now you might be like, yes, that is a lot more than the $5.99 a pack, but I think it's affordable. I do think it's affordable for what that hair did. Now, Ripple Wave is different. Deep Twist was one thing. Ripple Wave is the hair I have in. So right now I'm reviewing the Ripple Wave hair. Now, I got it on Amazon. Reviews was a solid 3.3. I'm talking dead in the center, meaning not everybody gave it a 1, not everybody gave it a 5. This is a very much so middle of the road hair as for reviews. This is a review where I'm going to give you my full solid thoughts on this hair, and I'm hoping that this hair performs like that deep twist hair, meaning I can do the same washings, I can do the same flat irons, and it will really be able to be styled like human hair, meaning I can put a flat iron through it, I can put a curling wand through it, I can do all of that, and I'm going to test that throughout my wear of this hair. But getting into the install of this hair, installed 5 packs. This is all I have left of that 5th pack. So this is it. If you watch my install video, because like I said in the intro of this video, no, it's not an install video, but I do have one, and I'll link it up above. In that install video you saw, it is a pre-looped hair. So in the back of my head, installed it completely in its pre-looped form. And pre-looped hair is typically easy and simple. A lot of you guys strive for only using pre-looped hair. For me, it's unrealistic to only try a pre-looped hair, but I installed it in its pre-looped form all throughout the back. When I got to the front, I split it into 3 parts, and then I installed it that way because I want a realistic hairline. You guys know I go for natural, and the pre-loop just doesn't give a natural look. So I do the invisible part method where I only pull one strand through instead of pulling both strands through like you would traditionally do for the breast of the head. So this is the hair. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see it. This is the back side. You know, all areas has not been cut because this is of course the first day, and I want to show you how it looks in its raw format. But this is the hair. Overall install was very quick. My mother did the braid down. Have 10 braids going all straight, 11 because one was a little tiny baby braid, 11 going all straight back, coalescing into that little bun as per usual. So it took her maybe about 1:40 to braid down. It took me probably about 2 hours to install, but again, you have to realize I'm filming this. It would have been a lot quicker if I could have been standing in my bathroom mirror doing this all, but doing it on camera is always a bit harder. But I think it was really just getting the front together more than the back. If I had done it pre-looped all throughout, I think it would have took me a solid hour tops. That's it. It didn't take a long time to get here. I ordered the hair on Friday of last week. It got here on Wednesday of this week, and then today is Saturday. So I was playing it fast and loose with my ordering because it's not a Prime item. It was a item that was shipped from the company itself, and with those, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit longer, but it got here on time, thankfully, because I don't know what I would have done if it did not. So overall, first day thoughts, that is how I feel. I'm really liking this hair on the first day, but we shall see. Will it hold up just like the deep twist does? Now, this is my first time filming a traditional review intro in about 12 weeks. So if I missed anything, I'll make sure I cover it in the 1 week thoughts, which is coming up right now.
1 week later.
So now coming on here for my week 1 thoughts on this Dalva Ultima Collagen Protein hair in the style Ripple Wave. Now this is what it looks like 1 week in. Turning to the side so you guys can see. Turning the back. I have cut it a little bit, not crazily because I still like good long hair. However, I did cut maybe 2 inches, so I maybe brought it up to about 16 inches of length. Overall, my routine for products has been utilizing both the Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 Miracle Worker as part of my detangling, I guess, program, as well as water. So spraying a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and then using my fingers to kind of rake through, pull apart this hair. I will say so far this week, it has been a little bit of a medium maintenance hair. Not even going to put it in the low maintenance category. Definitely going to say it's a hair that you're going to need to stay on top of, meaning regularly detangling. This is not a go to bed, put a scarf on, wake up, and repeat for several weeks. I don't think you're going to be able to get away with that. You're going to need to detangle this hair. And with my nighttime routine, I have been pineappling this hair, but I do think that this hair could utilize maybe me twisting it up at night. I mean, I've been just, you know, again, pineappling is just throwing it up in really a ponytail that's at the top of your head and then moving on. I really do think this hair could utilize some twisting. I'm just lazy. That's the main issue. My laziness is hurting me in the sense of this hair and the routine. However, I think the lazier you are, the more you're going to have to get used to kind of detangling this hair. So I've detangled with my Hawaiian Silky in my water at least 2 times this week. Once being on, it's usually when I have to see people. Let me be honest. It's when I have to see people that I detangle the hair. So Tuesday morning, because I go into the office on Tuesdays, and then right before filming this video. So I'm coming on camera to show you guys I want the hair to be in its best state. However, it does take a little bit of detangling, and there's going to be a level of frizz coming off of this hair too. Frizz has been pretty, I'd say moderate in terms of hair that I've tried. I'm not going to say it's the craziest, but it's definitely frizzier than most would be in a week's time span, if that makes sense. It's frizzier than most get after just 1 week. But overall, I did upload my actual install this week. Ironically, I uploaded it on Wednesday of this week. So I'm already getting some comments and questions from you guys, because it already has about 8,000 views, and it's just now a couple of days later. One of the main questions that you guys are asking in that video is, how does it feel? Because I don't think I talk about feel, but feel wise, people are saying, is it hard or is it soft? Good question. I say leaning more towards hard than being soft, and that was something that kind of shocked me when I first kind of took this hair out of the pack. So this is kind of it beside me. It's not super hard, but it's not, I wouldn't lean towards saying it's soft. If a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the softest, 10 being the hardest, I put it somewhere at a 6. So more hard than soft. But again, after a while, it gets softer, like most crochet hair. It might start off a little bit more rigid, and then it'll soften up at a point in time. And that was one thing that I was like concerned about my initial thoughts, just because, or not initial thoughts, I didn't say it in my initial thoughts, but turning the camera off, I was like, how is this going to play when I start straightening it and all of that, with it being as rigid? Like, I can't see if it being on the more rigid side, you know, a flat iron, how that's going to work in this scenario. But I'm going to do that after my trip. So I have a birthday trip next Saturday. So next weekend, I'm going to be, fingers crossed that nothing goes wrong, I'm going to be celebrating my birthday in the Dominican Republic. And then after that, after I've had my experiences with water, then I'm going to really see how it does with heat. So we're testing it on 2 different fronts. But to see my final thoughts, which will be a few weeks from now, just keep watching.
Later.
So now coming on here for my final thoughts on this Dalva Ultima Collagen Protein hair in the style Ripple Wave. As you can see from the signage, it has been 3 weeks, and as you can see from my hair, I put no effort in. It is literally time to go in. I ain't put no makeup on. I don't even have my desk in front of me. I just grabbed my iPad, set it on my lap, turned the camera on, and because it's time for this hair to come out of my head, I'm ready to go. Ready to wrap this thing on up. So as I'm filming this, it's this Saturday. Again, it is week 2. At the start of week 2, I went on my trip, my birthday trip, because this was supposed to be my it was my birthday hair. I had this hair in this whole week. Candidly speaking, as I was going into week 2, I wasn't that thrilled with this hair. I wasn't super excited for what this hair had to bring. It had already been a medium maintenance hair. I was already having to detangle it every other day almost with the hair as it was. So I wasn't feeling optimistic going into a trip that was pretty much all around water, pretty warm location. I wasn't excited. I was already feeling like I made the worst decision for my birthday hair, and in fact, I did. And I am totally pissed. So I did get this hair wet. If you watch my vlog from my birthday, I got this hair wet because as I would do if I go to a place that has water, I expect to get my hair wet. You guys have seen it many a time on this channel. Whether I'm going on a cruise, whether I'm going anywhere, the hair is probably going to get dipped in some water, and that's fine because I'm typically a-okay with my crochet hair getting wet. It dries super fast typically. It typically doesn't lose the way it looks. It typically can look the exact same way post getting it wet. So that's why I am the biggest fan typically of wearing crochet hair for your water vacations. I've made several videos about it. Love it. Not this hair though. Once I got this hair wet, it was heavy. Just just like human hair. Let's go back to the top of this video. The pack said just like human hair. Just like human hair, this hair got heavy and weighted down. It did not dry fast. This hair does not dry fast. You have to put effort in getting this hair to dry. As opposed to normal synthetic hair, this hair does not dry fast. And it's a nightmare, especially if you are on a party boat like I was, got my hair wet, and I'm sitting there with soaking weighted down hair, which being weighted down and being heavy, what does it do? It tugs at the weight of your braids and really loosens up those braids. My braids are so loose because the hair is wet, became heavy, pulled down my actual braids, and that's what I was left with from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday came home. Thursday, Friday, I had to go to work, or I work, of course, remotely. I didn't want to take it out as soon as I got back, but I said as soon as Saturday hits, gotta film those final thoughts, and it's gonna be a wrap. I'm turning this camera off and this hair has to come out. I didn't even waste time with like detangling it or doing anything for the cameras. This is how it's been. It's pretty much dreadlocked. Let's kind of get you in there so you guys can see how it looks for real up in camera. This is this side. This is the hair. This is the hair. It is a matted, bushy mess. I do not recommend this hair. I had expectations of doing let me try to flat iron this hair. Let me try to do all those things to this hair. At this point, no. At this point, this hair has to go. This hair has to get out of my head. I need to see people. I go in the office every Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I need to be in the office. I'm not wearing this mess. I got to look good in real life. This ain't just for show on the internet. I have to look good in real life, and this don't look good. It feels hard, it feels brittle, it feels very much so like a wig that you've had for 6 months, that you've worn every day for 6 months, a synthetic wig at that. It feels exactly how that feels, but yet it's crocheted into my head. A wig you can just kind of rip off and be like, let me get this mess off of me, let me re-up on a new wig. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this hair out of my head. It cannot come out fast enough. It's not highly rated on Amazon, and I can see why. Like, I just have hair, it all came together. I don't even think I can honestly recommend this hair even if you're not going near water, because as I said, even going into this trip, even at week 2, I was already like, I've made a terrible mistake. But hopefully the next hair that I choose is a good decision. We can go back to the land of making good hair decisions if you want to see and stay tuned and locked in to see what hair I try next, because I'll take this out today and next weekend I'll put another hair in so I can have something in for Christmas as we come upon this Christmas season. Maybe my Christmas hair will be better than my birthday hair. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see what's next. Make sure that you have that notification bell on so you can be alerted when that new video comes up. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 so you can keep up with me in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.